Welcome to the Voyage of the Naughty Knots. These videos are about working with the stress knots in your life, in your personal life, in your world, in your house, in your mind, and reflect in the knots in the world, which are really knots in you, projected out there. There are no knots in the world out there. What we see out there is a knot, like Trump is a knot, or whatever is happening in the world, that causes us pain, a feeling of, I can't change this, I'm helpless feeling. What can I do to get out of this knot? Just one damn thing after another. All these knots out there, these double binding knots. A double binding knot is a knot that no matter which string you pull, it just gets tighter. It's a straitjacket. You can't get out of it no matter what you do. That's a double knot, a double binding knot. And not doing anything is no good either. This, of course, is Zen, but I try not to, this is not a Zen talk. I create this talk as a way of working with the knots in your life in a fun way, in a creative way, in a metaphorical way. So there are knots, stress knots, double binds. It's important to understand double bind. It means that no matter what you do, you can't get out of it. And doing nothing is no good either. Now, what do? You see? That's the second question. Nothing you do is any good. Now, what are you going to do? Well, what you're going to do is not what you've done before, because that's the knot. And what you're going to do cannot be given to you in an instruction manual, because that's part of the knot too. No manual can get you out of your knot. Now, what are you going to do? Well, you have to create your way out of it. You have to be Tom Cruise. His movies, Mission Impossible, are about impossible knots. Situations where you have no choice. I just watched his most recent one, and it goes from one situation where you have no choice to another. And yet Tom Cruise gets out of the knot. How does he do it? How do you get out of the Mission Impossible? That's a naughty knot. That's a serious knot. So how do you make the knot a naughty knot? How do you transmute? I love that word, transmute, because it comes from the Catholic Mass. The Catholic Mass, the Eucharist, is about the transmutation of bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ. And of course, the modern church can understand it because it's not rational. It's not cause and effect. It's magic. It's alchemy. There's no magic in the modern rational world. Everything is cause and effect. But alchemy is a magical science. And so is Zen. And so are my talks. How do you transmute a serious knot that won't let you go into a naughty knot where you laugh at it? It's like your cat. If a strange cat came into your house and shit on the floor, you'd go crazy. Get rid of this cat. Where'd this damn cat come from? But if your cat shit on the floor, you say, oh, you naughty cat, and you'd sweep it up. Or if your stranger's child comes into the house and misbehaves, you would get after the mother. Don't let that kid back in the house again. But if it's your kid, you would say, oh, you rascal, you naughty kid, and laugh. So the knot is serious, but if you can transmute it into a naughty knot, you can laugh at it. And when you laugh at it, there's no knot. I mean, the knot is still there, but you laugh through it. You keep on going. you see through it. You smile through it. This is a good way to look at it. When the serious knot appears, if you can smile or laugh through it, it's no longer a knot, even though the knot is still there. But you're not bound by it. You keep going now. You bypass it. Laurel&Hardy is a great example of the serious knot being transmuted into a naughty knot. It's naughty. Laurel&Hardy, if you look at it from inside them, they are constantly caught in a serious knot by their good intentions. That's the fun of it, you see. It's their good intentions that create the mess out of which they cannot get. But we know from the audience that it's absurd. They're creating a knot out of their own good intentions to untie the knot. In other words, by trying to be good, they create a bad situation. By trying to untie the knot, they tie the knot. So trying is the key. When you have a knot, if you keep and you can't untie it, you keep trying harder and harder and harder and harder. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll go to this instructor, I'll call this tech support, I'll call this religion, I'll call this God, whatever. From the small to the cosmic, we try to get out of the knot. And then one day, there's a snap. And we see the absurdity. We see the absurdity of trying to get out of a knot that I've created. Laurel&Hardy is absurd because they keep trying to get out of a knot that they have created. And they have created it out of good intentions. So that's absurd. They are caught in it. Every show ends with, "This is another fine mess you've gotten me into, Laurel," you see. So Laurel&Hardy each blames the other for their predicament. But we, the audience, see the absurdity of it, and we just roar with laughter. But we can't see the absurdity of our own serious knots. So we keep trying to get out of them. Most marriages are a continuous knot until they get divorced. They say, the hell with it. But they end up marrying another knot. I got divorced from my wife in the 70s because I couldn't get out of the knot. But then after 3 years and some spiritual awakenings, I realized that there was no knot, that it was manufactured. So I returned and we got remarried. So I'm one of the few people who have gotten divorced. I failed at marriage, failed at divorce, and got remarried. So we've been married altogether 60 years. And that marriage has been one little knot after another, but we always laugh through it. And I'm sure you know marriages like that, where they have knots, but they laugh through it. A lot of people get out of the knot with sex, like sex gets rid of the knot. But we all have ways of getting out of our knots. But the way I'm talking about is the alchemist way, the transmutation of the serious into the naughty, and that creates laughter. And when you laugh at a knot, it's no longer a knot. Thanks for dropping in. Subscribe. I'm kind of stuck at 1100 and forgot the 103. I'm stuck at I don't even know what I'm stuck at. but my feed hasn't been moving for a week, and yet I have over 1,000 views. Thanks for dropping in.